Ananda, I'm Gish86, and this is Darkwing Duck. Next up, we'll go to the sewers. Ah yes, the sewer level, everyone's favorite level, of course. What's not to like about sewers? According to the game, someone from down here ordered a distress call. I really don't know who would do that. Then again, various Darkwing Duck villains lived in the sewers. I actually don't know where any of the bonus stages are in this one. It's too bad. I've looked around, shot around, but couldn't find any. Maybe you'll have more luck. The main enemies are these sneaky F.O.W.L agents and the crocodiles, but there'll be some more later. Now, when you go on the upper platform here, you really gotta watch out and have quick reactions, because if you don't, you're gonna get hit on those spikes. They're not instant death spikes, though, as you'll see later. Oh, darkness. But Darkwing is so badass, he doesn't even need light. You can switch on the light to see the enemies briefly, but I kind of have their positions memorized anyway. Always these banana peels, like Darkwing would slip on one of them. Actually, while he was often pretty badass in the show, he was also often kind of a klutz. That's actually what I liked about it. Very good concept, I have to say. My favorite episode of the cartoon was probably the birth of Duck, which didn't actually feature Duck in the form that he was always later, but instead Darkwing was split into two Duckwings, a wussy, nice one, who couldn't fight at all, and a tough, bad one. In the end they got reunited again, but until then, lots of hilarity ensued. Now this upcoming section is probably the hardest you'll find in the initial stages. You've got to have some really good timing for it. It's not about these kangaroos, they're cake. When the spikes come into play, you can find some problems here. Have some. But I've already mentioned that the spikes aren't instant death. Depending on how you're on a platform and so, they might as well be instant death because you'd fall off. Now we're almost at the end. We're actually through the worst parts. Often right before a boss, you will find a doctor's bag. Very generous of this game. And there we have him, Liquidator. Of course, his power is to manipulate water. He can form these little birds that will swoop in on you, or little fish that try to attack you when you're standing still. He's actually a really easy boss. Some harder bosses will come later. When you're not evading the little critters, it's actually best to stay on the lower path. What a dry performance, you should be ashamed of yourself. Now we'll unlock the next set of levels. It's 3 again. We'll choose the warehouse because I'd like to have that one out of the way. It's not actually easy. Well, it starts off easy, but it doesn't stay that way. I know where one bonus room is in this one. It's actually right here. Just get up on the upper one, There it is, but we'll skip it because you've already seen it. You don't need to see it again, it's just me item collecting. Now this stage kind of has an Arabian theme for it. You'll see. Let's pick up the heavy gas first, we'll need it for the boss. And now you'll see what I mean. Here, evil genies. I don't need you to fulfill my wishes. See, I wish for you to die. Wish granted. I do a much better job than them. These schools can be problematic. Their lamps are so annoying to hit on these steps here. You can only hurt them when they're out. On this upper platform was actually a doctor's bag, but items like that don't respawn when you die. Yes, I actually died here. What, I'm not perfect? I never go for that treasure down there. Way too risky. And now we have these magician ducks. You actually need to jump here or else you'll get hit by these spiky little pillars. Now where was I? Those magician ducks, though they die really fast, they're moving fast as well. You know, on this run through this level I actually did really poorly, but because all the items in this game drop randomly, the game always gave me Doctor's Bag, and I prevailed. So unfair. Well, unfair in a way that I really shouldn't have deserved to make it through like this. But oh well. That last genie I always just pass. Not worth killing. Now here's the boss door. Right here, exactly. Mega Vault isn't very hard when you have the heavy gas. As you can see, there's a spark traveling on the bottom, so I always kind of stay at the middle level. Mega Vault either shoots sparks straight at you, or lets them into the air and fall down on you. In that case, you just move and it shouldn't hit you. And that's it for him. Blew his fuse. Yes, job well done indeed. Maybe next time we can even finish this game. Let's see. So, I'm Gesh86, this was Darkwing Duck. Bis bald!